This is John, the brave-hearted. He is the first Braveheart before Mel Gibson, and he's shouting, "Freedom!" before Gibson ever did in the movie Braveheart, because he has the revelation from Jesus Christ. Revelation is not meant to be scary, confusing, intimidating. And what it is simply supposed to be a courageous encouraging for you and for me. Revelation simply means unveiling or revealing. It's from the Greek word apokalupsis, which means that this is now revealed. And what is it? It is the revelation of Jesus Christ. That's what it is. Not revelations, not about demons or lakes or fires or all. Those are all peripheral. What it's about is the revelation of Jesus Christ. So when someone says, "Hey, I'm reading through the book of Revelation, I don't understand it, what's it about?" Here it is, Jesus. Like, it is the Sunday school answer, Jesus. Please don't get confused or misled or caught up in all the peripheral things that are in it, because it's simply about Jesus. My goal today, as we kick off this new series, Revelation, is that we would know and see how this book of courage and hope is about Jesus in our lives. For whatever we're going through, wherever you're at, that you and I have this truth and this reality, that it's always about Jesus. So how do we read the book of Revelation? Well, we do have a blog that we've written that will go deeper in the ways to read the book of Revelation, and I want to encourage you, as you see that QR code, I want to encourage you to read that blog later on. Or you can go to our app and you can find the blog on our app as well. I want to run through the 4 ways that you can read the book of Revelation and then tell you which one is the right way. So I'm going to do this quickly because we have a lot of time and some other things we have to do. So the first way is called the preterist view. This is an approach that believes that Revelation dealt only with the church in John's day. The second approach would be the historicity view, which is an approach that believes Revelation is a sweeping, disordered panorama of church history. The third is the poetic view. This approach believes that the book of Revelation is full of pictures and symbols intended to encourage and comfort persecuted Christians in John's day. And then a futurist view. This approach believes that beginning with chapter 4, Revelation deals with the end times, the period directly preceding Jesus' return. So you're on the edge of your seats. Which approach is correct? All of them. All 4. That's a great Lutheran answer, and the way we Lutherans often do it, right? All 4 are right. And here's the beauty of that, is that when we take all 4, we can really read the book of the Revelation in the way it was intended by God, given to John, the church, and to us. And the other piece that's so important for us about that is when we try to read it and pigeonhole it into one of the 4 ways or just 2, we will misuse the book of Revelation and we will mislead people in a way that it was never intended to do. So first, you have to believe that the book of Revelation must mean something. But please know it can't mean for us right here and right now what it didn't mean for them, those who received it in the days of John. It means something, but it can't mean something different for us 2,000 years later than it did for them. So let's see, what is this all about? John is the one who receives this book, and what's happening right now? Well, what's happening is, first, there's widespread fear amongst the church. And there's widespread fear because an emperor, Domitian, is in charge, and he is instituting some of the policies of Nero. There was also myth that Nero would be coming back from the dead and would institute more of his policies twice as harsh on Christians as he did when he was alive. Now, Nero was the worst of all tyrants to the Christian church. It was him who put Christians on stakes and lit them on fire to light his parties. When Rome burned down, it was Nero who blamed all of Christianity for the burning of Rome. And so they're deathly afraid. Now, what's going on with John? John has been secluded now to an island called Patmos. And his torture is he's all by himself and he has to survive. And so I like to look at the book of Revelation as the brave heart's chronicle. This is John, the brave-hearted, his chronicle. He is the first Braveheart before Mel Gibson, and he's shouting, "Freedom!" before Gibson ever did in the movie Braveheart. And why is he shouting that? Because he has the revelation from Jesus Christ. In Revelation 1:1, it says this, "The revelation from Jesus Christ, which God gave to him." So why did God give this revelation to John? To show his servants what must soon take place. He made it known by sending an angel to his servants. So God intended for this book to be used by John and his servants of what is to come. Meaning to have the hope and the encouragement and the courage to live out each day, no matter what circumstance they're in, for what is to come. And he intended for this book to be read, and to be read aloud, because what we know about it is that it is a blessing for whoever reads aloud these words of the prophecy. Matter of fact, we're going to do that because we're called to do that. And so on December 13th at the I Street campus, there will be a public reading at 6:30 at night of the book of Revelation. We would invite you to come and to hear it, because the book says in Revelation 1:3, "Blessed is the one who reads aloud the words of this prophecy, and blessed are those who hear it and take it to heart what is written in it, for the time is near." So if you want to be blessed, come on December 13th and hear the book of Revelation read aloud. And what's happening in this book is that it's a book of encouragement and hope for you and for me, no matter what's going on in our lives. It's a book of encouragement and hope for those who are being persecuted and who have great fear in the days of John. It's a book of hope and encouragement for John, who's sequestered on the island of Patmos. And what it is given is it's saying, here is the very word of God that is the revelation of the victory of Jesus Christ for you. So no matter what you're going through, you know that Jesus is the victorious for you. This would have also recalled in their minds these words from Isaiah 55:11. As God says, "So my word that goes out from my mouth will not return empty, but will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purposes for which I sent it." You see, in the midst of the suffering, the hurt, and the heartache, in the midst of the valley, the book of Revelation is a reminder that God's people are designed with a purpose. No matter where we're at, whether we're walking through the valley of the shadow of death, so that we do not fear any evil, for he is with us. Or whether we're on a mountaintop celebrating in praise at the Mount of Transfiguration, seeing the very glory of God in a veiled way. We are a people designed to worship God